Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, it's a strange thing what's going on in the world today. And when I say today, I'm speaking perhaps for the past 20 years, but more specifically, the past 4 years. And to be more specific than that, the last year. And it all culminates on what is happening right here at the finale. You start off with deception, you start off with lies, you start off with division, and you keep it going. It serves its purpose for a moment. But at the end of the road, you see what it is. It was wrong from the beginning, and it's not going to last. And what we see failing in small situations represent what happens in very, very big situations. And maybe some of us should not just think about it, but start practicing whatever it is. You know, there are going to be different levels of it, and we can't say what is right for everybody, but we can say what is right for us. And if it's right for us, then we should exemplify it to the greatest degree. And if we come against a challenge that is more specific and perhaps has a little bit more wisdom behind it, that it can enlighten us and show us and guide us out of our darkness into a more lighted area, then this is how we learn. But just to get upset because the world don't see what we say it should see, when we can't even prove to the world that we see it ourselves, because we're constantly choosing what we're going to do today and what we're going to do tomorrow. In other words, to a certain degree, as the man says, we're all fake. And until we can line it up straight and then stay straight, then we are just like everybody else, trying to skate. And when we talk about things today, I'm talking about a man who have divided our nation. Because I guess since our inception as a nation, we have taught hatred, bigotry. We have taught superiority and privilege. We have taught evil, and we have taught goodness, and they have been misrepresented in every form or fashion. And the consequence of it is that we have allowed, even when we had open to us basic principles that would lead us into a paradise type life, we could not see it, refused to see it, rejected it because it was contradictory to all that we had been taught about the basic essentials of life. We were talking about, they were talking about, the truth was talking about an expression of love and unity, while the fakeness was talking about money and mind. And so we went after money and mind because it eliminated everybody else. It represented where the pure interest was, and that was with mind. And what did it take to satisfy mind was M-O-N-E-Y. And where did that come from? It came from the ideas of one who were absent and blind of the truth. And so we find ourselves sitting here today where a man come in and all he does is lie and lie and lie and divide. This he has a purpose for his lies now. And constantly lying, and there are a group of people who fall right into that. It's like all of the religious leaders who have been calling people to the side and giving them Kool-Aid and they drank it. It's calling these people based upon what has been planted in them, hatred, racism, and bigotry, and superiority complexes, and privilegedness, and milk it until they become blind to the truth because the lie fits with them so well. And since they have constantly heard the lie over and over and over again, it becomes a basic reality to them. And the one that is promoting this lie becomes idol to them. And they're drawn to this idol. Drawn to this idol to the degree that he can call a rally at the main house of the nation, the White House, and hold a rally out there. And while they stand out there, he pulls out before them all of this Kool-Aid, all of this alcohol, getting them pumped up, telling them where the enemy lies. The enemy is over there at the state capitol, and we need to go over there, but we can't be weak. We got to go over there and be strong. Weakness not going to get us anywhere. You got the president, the lawyer saying, go over there in battle mode. Go over there and get milking these people up and telling them we're going over together. I'm going with you. Now, the president of the United States says, let's go to, because we are under attack. And the whole world knows he's lying. You even know that he's lying, those who follow him, but they accept the lie because it got to be good for them. And that's the thing that motivates them. It's good for them. They're not giving a heck about the rest of the country. This is why they are being misled, because they have no love or no compassion for the rest of the people. It's all mine, mine. And so now they're being misled. And they're going over there attacking a building, assuming that they're attacking the country. I heard one lady say that they had to storm the Capitol, or they had to storm the Capitol because this was a revolution. A revolution. Storming the Capitol because this was a revolution. What in the world where this revolution come from? All of a lie. All of a lie. She was pissed because she got pepper sprayed. There were 5 people, I understand, so far that have died because of this. This man said he was going over there with them. He didn't go with them. He set the government up. No doubt everybody knows that the reason that Capitol, that building was not prepared to protect them, the same way it was prepared to protect them from the Black Lives That Matter, it was because of hatred, racism, and bigotry, and superiority. And privilege. It was because of that. And it was because it was a lie. All of it. That's why they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared because this man was trying to take over. This lie was going to take over the nation. Was going to take over the nation. It worked for Putin. It worked for the guy in China. It worked for North Korea. It worked for what these dictators are. So he was going to prove that America was that weak too. And so, since it didn't work, what does he do? He throws you, the people, who bought into that lie, basically because you were trained to be like that. And now he wants to throw you under the bus. He didn't go with you. Now he's telling you, you can't break the law. This is the law and order, president and constitution. And we the people abide by that. We told you before that he loved you. Come and have a peace, but he loves you and you're sweet. Now he's telling you, you broke the law, you're going to have to pay. But you came to Washington. Listen to the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief. You put your life on the line. And he's throwing you under the bus. This is the message, ladies and gentlemen, that God is trying to tell the people of the world. You're trusting all of this other stuff. And it hasn't gotten you anywhere. You've gotten you through wars, pandemics, tsunamis, everything. And you still cannot see anything that would allow you to kind of wake up. And even in the past year, the whole nation, the whole world has seen using this nation and the other things that's happening in other parts of the world as an indication about truth, giving you an opportunity to face the reality so that you can see what now the President of the United States is showing the people of this nation, how he misused 75 million people of this country to believe in that lie that he was telling. Now he's throwing them under the bus. Even the United States senators who empowered him to do the things that he did, they still sitting up in Congress taking an oath saying that they're going to protect the Constitution of the United States when they have just proven that they cannot be trusted. And they're still sitting there in the Senate. They're still sitting there in the House of Representatives. That means that you, the people from where they come, are represented through them, that you are the racist, you are the biggest, and they sit there representing your ignorance, the same kind of ignorance that bought into the lies of Donald Trump. But how do you meet a people like you? How do you reach out to people like you? If you say that you were taught that, if they say that you were blinded, how do you treat a people? Well, like any situation, you go to the doctor, you got a problem. They give you something to try to treat it. If they're smart and wise, they try to get rid of it. So it's the same way. You've been misled. You've been abused. You practice hatred. You practice bigotry. You practice racism. You thought you were bigger and better than everybody else. Now, how do you switch that? You got to switch that by showing you, giving you a pill, giving you some medication. What is that medication? It's a pill of love. The medication is love, understanding that you were just blindsided. Oh. Got to heat up a little piece of meat here. Water boiled out quick. That was very quick. Very quick. Yeah. Excuse me there. And as I was saying, you give them a pill of love. Now, what did I mean when I say give them a pill of love? Understand this. We all want to live in peace. We all want prosperity. We all want freedom. We all want the joys of life. We all want our dreams to come true. We all know this because we individually want this for ourselves. We might not want it for anybody else. We might not even care. But the truth of the matter is, every last one of us want that. So the question is, how do we get that? How do we get that? Well, let's look at the things that are common amongst us that should give us reason and purpose to come together. Well, we all need to survive. And what are the things that are needed for surviving? We need food, clothing, and shelter. Mention these on the top. We got to eat. We got to eat. And we need shelter from the elements. So these things got to be met up front. We all need this. So we got to work out a plan that all this can be met. Okay, now, what else we need? As we live in this life, as we move from day to day and the things that's required that we're confronted with, we recognize that we need to be educated. So education benefits us all. And what does it do? It makes us better at whatever it is that we do. And as we give what we do to the mixture of all the other things that you do, it can give us the greatest reward, the greatest benefit that we as a people can get. And it gives us all the food we need. It provides for us all of the shelters we need. It provides for us all the education that we need. It provides for us health care from the womb to the tomb. And who does it benefit? It benefits all of us, every last one of us. Them who over there with Trump believing lies and people over the world who listen to lies. It believes us who haven't accepted the truth. Now all of a sudden it allows us to take our gifts and put it out there. We got a purpose. We know what our purpose is. We're exercising it. We're thrilled. And the results is that those things that we just needed, that's common. But now we got more than that. We got transportation. We got the infrastructure. We travel the world. We got all life. We got paradise on earth. No wars, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing. Now, if I can say these things to you with truth, why should I ever bend my back to anybody else that's talking anything else other than that? You can't top that. This doesn't mean that I got the number one thing going on, but it means until I've run across it, it's what I'm following. And if I'm following it, I don't have to be ashamed. I don't have to be adjusting it to make you feel good. No, I challenge you. I challenge your way of life. I don't care if it is the one that's accepted. I know what it's causing. I see the people on the streets with the signs begging. I see the hatred, the racism still maintained. That's why this here lie was so easily accepted by these people. I know what's going on. And I know that you know something's going on, but you don't know how to fix it. You don't know because you don't believe in God. You talk God, but you don't believe in God. God is a power you can't see. It's a spirit. But the evidence of all the good things that happens is a reflection of the God that you can't see. All the ugly things, the pain and suffering that you do see is a reflection of the God that you can see. And who is that? That is man and his philosophy. So I'm saying trust the God that you can't see, which tells you about yourself. And knowing yourself allows you to be able to understand everybody else. And if you understand them, you respect them as you want to be respected. And therefore comes that beautiful fruit because you planted a beautiful seed. And your rewards are likewise. Now I rest my case. you can take from that what you can. And I hope you can take a lot from it because the show sounded good to me. I'm going to practice as much of it as I possibly can. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.